Hello everybody, my name is Michael with Retro Revive Repairs, and today we have a copy of Pokemon Red for the original Game Boy DMG. Now this is a customer mail-in order, and it is currently stated that it does not work. So we are going to verify that claim very quickly. We have here a Game Boy Color, and we are going to just slot it in really quick. Yep, corrupted boot logo on the Nintendo logo. Try it again for good measure. Try it a few more times to see if the pins are just dirty. Yeah, it's doing the same thing every single time. Should have known it wouldn't have been that easy. So we're going to get this thing apart and see what's going on with it. Uses a single game bit screw to get it apart. Single screw comes apart, and then you just pull down and the entire assembly comes out like this, leaving the entire motherboard to come out. So this is the main motherboard. And giving everything a once over, I can tell that the battery has already been replaced, and I can tell that someone has already attempted to reflow all of these chips here. So it looks like someone has encountered this issue already and has potentially tried to fix it to no avail. So let's see if I can fix it. Now, giving everything a once over, I am not seeing... I see a little bit of corrosion here, but nothing that would cause it to not function. Looking things over, I'm really not seeing anything too out of the ordinary on this. Let me pull out my microscope and see what I can do here. Okay, so it looks like I have found a potentially damaged trace here, so we're going to take a look at that by testing in continuity mode with a multimeter here. Looks like we do have a little bit of exposed trace here, and this right here is the part that is concerning to me. Looks like we have continuity there. And following this trace down here, and nothing. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't really use an X-Acto knife for this. I feel like they're too big. But what I am going to do is scratch away a little bit more of this trace to give me something to work with here, and we'll do the same thing up here. There we go. And we'll check continuity again to make sure we didn't just damage anything there. So no continuity there, continuity there, no continuity there, and continuity there. So we just need to restore continuity between these 2 points, and then everything should hopefully be good. Alright, so now that we've got our little wire run here to fix up that trace, we are going to slot it back in. You can go ahead and put it back in just like this anyways. Without the top cover on, it slots in and plays just fine without that. So now, the moment of truth. Alright, we have the Nintendo logo, which is good. And we have the dates, which is also good, showing the game is booting. And we have a game. Awesome. Alright, so the customer did ask me to try and recover the save data, but as you can see when I first booted up and beforehand, before I even started this repair, I did try plugging it into my GBX, and there was absolutely no save file on this at all. So I have a theory that when these pins were reflowed or potentially the battery was changed, something happened and the save data was lost. So unfortunately there is no save data for me to recover, as there was no save data originally on this cartridge when it came in. That being said, the customer has also requested a battery replacement, so we're going to go ahead and go through with that as well. These are genuine Panasonic batteries ordered from DigiKey. These are not like the ones that you will find on those cheap Amazon kits. These ones are fully charged and will last a very long time. So that is why I like to use them, to make sure that I get the best life possible out of these batteries. Since there's no save data to recover on this, we don't really have to worry about anything besides hooking the battery up properly afterwards. May have to switch out my soldering iron tip. Yep, this is way too thin for what I am working with. So, swap out the iron tip really quick. Get a little bit more solder on there, so that way this just comes right off. And I bend it up like this, so that way it doesn't come back down and make contact. Then do the same thing for the other side, and it comes right out. Use a bit of solder wick here to clean up that excess solder. Alright, so that's it. With everything cleaned up, this little wire run here, and the battery replaced, we are good to go ahead and put it all back together. Put it in slightly below everything and slide up, and it will slide right into place. The screw is over here, and we will put the screw back in. Pop it into our Game Boy, and voila. Alright, so this cartridge is fully back in working order. So with that done, that is the end of this video. I will be sending this back to the customer, and hopefully it will live a long and happy happy life with all of these new things that we have done to it. If you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a ton. And if you would like to send in your own console or cartridge in for repair, you can head to retroreviverepair.com to see what we have to offer for you over there. With that said, I would like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.